Hey there, this is Atul from team K21Academy, and I'm super excited to invite you for a free class that I'm hosting on mastering generative AI and machine learning, including traditional AI on Microsoft Azure Cloud, how to learn, get certified, and earn a lot more. We'll be talking about AI, generative AI, data scientist, and Azure AI fundamental certification, as well as everything that you need to learn. I'll tell you in this video what we are going to cover and what you can expect in this free class. And if you're interested, you can register by going to k20academy.com/GenAI, GENAI 02, and enter your name, email address, and a phone number so we can include you in a free WhatsApp group and it can invite and notify you about the session and date and time. Everything will be on this page, k20academy.com/GenAI 02. Let me first tell you what we are going to cover in this free class and also why you should be attending and why you think it's worth. So we'll begin with, first of all, why it's important to learn, especially in current world, generative AI, AI in machine learning, where the industry is heading and why it's becoming so and so popular, including how much you earn extra, or again, as I said, is why it's important, whatever domain you are, whatever your background is, whether IT, non-IT, or within IT, whatever, whether you're architect, developer, DevOps, or security, whatever domain you might be, why you should be learning and what are the salary benefits in order to learn so that you can add whatever you're knowing, add generative AI skills as well. And once we know why it's generative AI machine learning, why that and specific to learning on the cloud. And within that on the cloud, why Microsoft Azure Cloud. So we'll begin with generative AI on cloud and AI on specifically on Azure cloud. We'll also look at the job opportunities available and thousands and thousands of jobs. I think I don't have to tell you and convince you this. You already know, but we'll explain you and show it to you as well. Including, we'll also cover what is the salary you can expect depending on the country you're from, the background you have, and all the salaries that are available. And then we'll go with the concepts of generative AI, traditional AI, machine learning, deep learning, so that understand conceptually if you know, if you don't know. We'll also talk about the services on, we'll give you high level overview because we only have a 90-minute or max. We traditionally used to do these things in 90 minutes and sometime plus minus here and there some time for question answers. But AI and machine learning services on Microsoft Azure Cloud. We'll be focusing on the two important things, which we'll talk about in as well. We'll go a little bit deeper detail on those. Then we'll begin with what is so in that within that Azure Generative AI, which is a OpenAI studio, which is in collaboration. You might have heard of Microsoft OpenAI, or you might have heard of the ChatGPT or OpenAI company behind that, which has a like Microsoft has a very big stake. I think 60% of last I saw percentage is from Microsoft. So they have Microsoft has a cloud called Azure, and within that they have a Azure OpenAI studio through which you build, manage generative AI. So we'll talk about the generative AI. We'll also look at the models, AI, LLM, large language models, including foundation models, and what models that are supported on. We'll also talk about developing generative AI services or solutions on Microsoft Azure Cloud using OpenAI service, and including this, there's a badge called AI 050. We'll talk about those, what all things you should be learning and what all hands-on lab you should be performing if you want to learn generative AI on Microsoft Azure Cloud. Then we'll go to the AI services, and within AI services, there are mainly related to language related, speech related, vision related, and generative I've already mentioned. So, and also there's a AI document. So we'll briefly touch base those services as well. Then we are also going to talk about AI 900, which is a artificial intelligence fundamental certification program. What all things you should be learning. And then after that, the next level is AI engineer. The common question we get is, oh, can I go directly? Yes, answer is yes. And if you're preparing for AI 102, we highly recommend you to directly go for AI 102 because whatever you're learning in AI 102, you'll be able to easily clear AI 900. So, but that's also we're going to cover that as well. And then we're going to talk about is machine learning services, and which is where mainly your models, the extra creation of models and training the model, etc. as well. So data, train, validation, evaluate, and test, and then again redeploy them as well. So we'll talk about briefly, but entire machine learning workflow that you should be doing on that, including something called as machine learning workspace. Basically, that has your compute, which is on memory and CPUs, notebooks, pipelines, data, experiment models, and then combination of that into a resource group, which is part of subscription from which billing happens and bundled deployed in Microsoft Azure cloud, including the entire machine learning pipeline. Again, we're going to keep it high level. Again, as I said, we have a lot to cover, so I'll keep it short and quick, and then machine learning model training on. And then we'll go for another certification, which is DP100, which is for targeted for Azure data scientist. So what all things you should be learning as well. So from a certification point of view, we'll give you a high level overview of all the certifications, including infrastructure, data, and then AI machine learning. But we're going to focus on AI and machine learning related ones, which is DP 100, AI 102, AI 900, and so on. So these are three certifications: AI fundamental, AI engineer, and data scientist as well. And then high paying job. I always tie up, or I always begin with keeping and in mind, which is for not only to learn and get certified, but learn to get a high paying job. So how to get a high paying job, a three-step framework which have worked a number over the years and have helped in whatever domain you are, whatever the background might be. We'll be talking about the three-step framework as well, including projects you should be doing to show you as an experience saying that what work you have been doing. So we'll talk about these real-time projects as well. And my promise is that by end of those 90 minutes or so, you will have full clarity on how to get certified and get a high-paying job in Azure, whether it's traditional AI or machine learning or generative AI, even as a beginner with no experience. And if you said that, oh, but I don't have a coding experience, trust me, you won't need. There are lots and lots of jobs as well as certifications, because like any other company, Microsoft is also strong now on no code, low code, which is where you have AI in AI 102. It's drag and drop on those things. So if you're not don't have any coding experience, don't worry, we'll cover those as well. So we'll cover the certifications. That's something you will have full clarity by end of this free class as well. And then if you want to go deeper and work with me, and also I'll be transparent with you, will be also have, if those, this 90 minute will be really, you know, absolutely free, but it's truly game changing and we have full clarity. But some of you guys want to work deeper with me and my team, and that's where we'll be have giving you three options: beginner level, which is developing generative AI solutions. We just did that and we fully booked on that on this, but we'll talk about on we had some introductory price which we discussed, but anyway, leave it. So we'll talk about that beginner and certification focus or job focus. We'll give you these three options. And by the way, if you come into the live, because a lot of guys join live and would like to join live, and that's where you get the true experience. And if you join live and stay till end, you'll be giving we'll be doing a vote, and either you'll be getting, or depending on how many votes we get, either you can will be winning AI and machine learning 50 certification exam questions, which Microsoft you can expect in the Microsoft, or exam, or the interview questions related to Azure AI machine learning 50 interview questions for those who stay till end. So we'll be emailing you. Now also make sure you bring all your questions, and if possible, send them before this class in the comment section, so I can prepare more of those in advance, because we do get and we include as much as we are. So who this class is for? Anyone who's working on software engineering, developers, data engineers, architects, data scientists, AI researchers, cloud architect. If you're working on IT, infrastructure IT, whatever your background, developer, DevOps, solution architect, storage, testing, automation, Scrum Master, whatever you're doing, definitely. Also including for data analyst, business analyst, the product managers, and if you're maybe you want to go into trainings, anything and everything related to IT, or would like to move into IT or related to generative AI, or if you're just out of college and you want to learning there, maybe definitely do that. Now, before I go and say, I might be speaking for last 8, 9, 10 minutes. Why listen me, or who those who don't know me, very quickly I'll explain you. I have close to 2.5 decade of IT experience, and all in databases, data initially, then security, and then from 2011-12 onwards, I started working transitioning into cloud and DevOps, and then started with one cloud and then multi-cloud, and last around from 2018-19 onwards, the multi-cloud, and last 3-4 years I've been implementing AI machine learning, but now focusing more. A lot of our clients ask us to implement generative AI. We've started already the use cases we'll be talking about as well. And what I'm biggest proud of is helped 40,000 plus individuals to learn cloud DevOps. And whatever you're learning, I've transitioned it, I've built a team, so we're going to share that knowledge as well. And these are some of the clients where I've worked across the globe, be it in WorldPay here in UK, or Royal Bank of Scotland, or Genpact here, or Data Vale in US, or Tucson Electric Power, or American Excel, or Imperial College in London, or ICC, International Computing Center in Switzerland, or Pepperdine in US, Scottish Government in UK, Toyota in Brussels, or as far as the Bank of Somalia remotely, and as well as Saudi Railways, we did a big project for them as well, or HP and so on. So these are some of the clients which I've worked in past. And then I've seen very early stage where in my first 3-4 years, I was earning less than $100 a month. So I've seen those days as well. I've also seen moving to UK, worked very hard in first 4 years, moved here into from India to UK in 2004, and then working 2,400 pounds a day. Sorry, 20, my mistake, no, sorry, 2,400 pounds a month to then going to 425 pounds a day to 500 to 600, 7, 800, 900, 1200, 1500 now, but recently implementing for 1500 pounds a day, working with multiple clients, all remotely from home as well. And my promise is that I'll be giving you that whole path. So whatever I can do or I have done, you can do as well. I never ever imagined or believed in my life that's possible. Few years ago, if you would ask me 2004, 2005, I would have never imagined. In fact, even 2010, 11 also, I've never imagined 1500 is possible pound a day. But anyway, so this is my journey on phase of every path. Every few years I've kept learning new things. First, as I said, except leave aside first 4 years were very, very tough. I come from mechanical engineering background, no coding, no programming language knowledge, but I realized IT it was hot at the time, and I picked up that. But then I transitioned first into from working as a database administrator, ERP DBA, to identity and access management, to started learning DevOps cloud in 2011-12, and then multi-cloud data architect, data engineering on cloud as well in 2018-19, and then now implementing and AI, machine learning, generative AI, whatever we go with our clients as well. And what I've achieved is to get a freedom to decide when to work, what to work, who to work with, where to work from, and so that is what I'm going to give you this as well. And we're going to share this three-step framework that has worked with maybe whatever you might be background is, maybe from like you're not from IT background, or maybe you have a career gap, or not sure what to do, or you are applying for the interviews but not getting interview calls, or maybe you have a coding knowledge, or you don't have a coding knowledge. You tell yourself, I don't have a coding knowledge, because I used to tell a lot to myself, never served me. Should have been, or what I know, and focus on those parts as well. Or you might be just studying in college or just passed out from college, and no one is hiring you because you don't have any experience, or you want to move to another country. I did back in 2003, 4, and tons of clients I work with, they want to move into. So how you can do that as well. Or hey, you already have a knowledge, you just want to quickly clear the certifications. Or you are like busy, me or Shailesh, who are busy working but don't have time and no time to learn on latest skills. You know that it's important, but can't find time. That's totally happens. Or as I said, job offers in whatever, maybe Canada, US, UK, whatever country you are, and not one, two, three, thousands and thousands of like you. It's not like, oh, one hit trial, thousands and thousands. In fact, we have helped 40,000 plus individuals and still counting just in short span of last 5 years or so. And that's true till only till 2020, 2023 December. And we're constantly adding, new people are coming. So, as I said, the URL is K21Academy.com/GenAI, GEN, G for green, EN, E for echo, and N for November, Gen A for artificial, I for intelligence. So K21Academy.com/Gen AI02, and enter your name, email address, phone number, and also share it with your colleagues and friends, because we learn in group. Make them accountable, make yourself accountable, and can't wait to help you. Also, the session is absolutely free, but then free, a lot of time people don't value, and for me the time is most important, both for yourself and most important is for me, that I provide value in this session. That's why we'll ask you to rate between 1 to 5, and typically 99.9% people rate us 5. There are exceptionally 1 or 2 who rate us 4, and if you're one of them, which is totally fine, I would just need a request and ask for a feedback what we could do next time to make it 5-star. That's one of our core values, is 1% improvement every day. So these are some of the guys who've written or give it testimonial on our Google reviews about 5-star on how the free classes have helped them as well. So as I said at the start, my promise is that by end of this free class, you will have full clarity on how to master generative AI, machine learning, artificial intelligence, traditional ones as well, on Microsoft Azure Cloud, how to learn, how to certify, and how to earn a lot more, a ton of more than what you can imagine. Trust me, and get certified as well. With that, this is Atul. I will look forward to see you, hear you. Don't forget to share it with your friends this video. Our URL is k21academy.com/GenAI02, and I'll see you in that free class soon. Thank you. Bye bye.